Chapter 10. Freya. 1. The Goddess of Love. Freya, celebrated as the most captivating and influential of the Norse goddesses, holds a pivotal role in Norse mythology as the goddess of love, beauty, and fertility. Her domain transcends mere romantic love to encompass fertility, wealth, and even warfare, illustrating her complex and revered nature among both gods and mortals. Origins and attributes. Freya originates from the Vanir, a group of gods associated with nature, fertility, and prosperity in Norse mythology. Following the Aesir-Vanir War, which ended in a truce, Freya and her kin were integrated into Asgard, the realm of the Aesir gods. Swiftly, Freya garnered immense reverence and became one of the most cherished deities in Asgard, admired for her grace and power. Her name, Freya, meaning lady, signifies her esteemed status among the gods. She is often depicted adorned in a cloak, crafted from falcon feathers, a magical garment granting her the ability to traverse between realms. Additionally, Freya possesses a chariot drawn by formidable cats. Her most prized possession is the brisingamen, a brilliant necklace forged by dwarves, symbolizing her association with beauty and prosperity. Freya's role in love and fertility. Freya's dominion over love and fertility is vividly portrayed in Norse myths. As the goddess of love, she is invoked in matters of romance and marriage, renowned for her unmatched ability to kindle passion and desire. Her influence extends beyond personal relationships to encompass agricultural fertility and the earth's abundance. She is frequently petitioned to ensure bountiful harvests and the prosperity of the land. The poem Husdrapa by the skald Ulf Uggason provides insight into Freya's allure and her profound connection to love. Goldtop Freya, the gold-necklaced Freya, to the hall where men drink joyously, many eyes follow her with wonder, and the hearts of men are lost. Freya and the afterlife. Freya's role extends to the afterlife, where she presides over Folkvanger, a meadow where half of those who perish in battle find their eternal resting place. The Poetic Edda's Grimnismal describes Freya's role as the chooser of the slain. Folkvanger is the ninth, and there Freya decides who shall have seats in the hall, the half of the slain she keeps each day, and the half Odin has. This aspect of Freya underscores her authority and influence, even in matters of death and warfare. Warriors aspire to gain entrance to her domain, Folkvanger, following their heroic deaths. Freya's role in mythological events. Freya plays pivotal roles in various mythological tales, including the notorious incident of the theft of her beloved necklace, the Brisingamen, by Loki. Documented in the Prose Edda, this tale illuminates the intrigue and desires entwined within the realm of the gods. Despite Loki's mischief, Freya's cunning and determination lead to the recovery of her cherished possession. Another notable tale from the Poetic Edda involves the giant Thrym, who audaciously demands Freya's hand in marriage in exchange for returning Thor's stolen hammer, Mjolnir. Freya vehemently refuses, fiercely asserting her autonomy and independence. Outraged was Freya, her shining necklace trembling when Thor's hammer was demanded in exchange for her hand in marriage. Ultimately, the gods devise a clever scheme to retrieve Mjolnir without compromising Freya's sovereignty, underscoring the deep respect and high regard in which she is held among her divine peers. Freya's multifaceted nature as the goddess of love, fertility, and war illuminates her enduring significance in Norse mythology, embodying both the power and complexity of womanhood in its many forms. Harp 2. Queen of the Valkyrs. Freya, a prominent goddess in Norse mythology, is celebrated not only as the goddess of love and fertility, but also holds the esteemed title of Queen of the Valkyrs. This dual role intertwines her nurturing aspects with the martial and valorous duties of the Valkyries, emphasizing her profound connection to life and death in Norse cosmology. Freya and the Valkyries. The Valkyries, known as choosers of the slain, are warrior maidens who serve both Odin and Freya. Their primary task is to select warriors who will die in battle and guide them to the afterlife. Half of these chosen warriors journey to Freya's hall, Folkvanger, while the other half go to Odin's hall, Valhalla. This division underscores Freya's significant role in the afterlife and her influence over the destiny of fallen warriors. In the poem Grimnismal from the Poetic Edda, Freya's role in selecting the slain is described. Folkvanger is the ninth, and there Freya decides who shall have seats in the hall, the half of the slain she keeps each day and the half Odin has. Freya's dominion over Folkvanger ensures that her hall is populated with the bravest and most valiant souls, ready to fight alongside her in eternal feasts and battles. Freya's role as the Valkyries' leader. As the Queen of the Valkyrs, Freya directs these formidable maidens in their duties. Beyond selecting the fallen warriors, the Valkyries also influence the outcomes of battles. Clad in shimmering armor and riding forth on swift steeds, they are pivotal in determining the fate of warriors on Midgard's battlefields. The Poetic Edda's Völuspá paints a vivid picture of the Valkyries. She saw Valkyries coming from far and wide, ready to ride to the warrior host. Skuld held the shield, and Skogul was with her, Gunnar, Hildur, Gundul, and Gerskogul. Now the Valkyries are reckoned in number. Freya, as their queen, leads this host of warrior maidens, embodying both the fierce protector and the sovereign of those who have perished in valorous combat. Freya's selection of the brave. Freya's role goes beyond mere selection. It is also one of honor and reward. Warriors who demonstrate exceptional courage and valor in battle earn her favor. Being chosen by Freya to dwell in Folkvanger signifies a great honor, promising eternal life under her nurturing and protective care. The Prose Edda by Snorri Sturluson elaborates on Freya's role in battle. There are also those who must choose the dead and decide the fate of battles, and these are the Valkyries. Odin sends them to every battle. They choose which men are to die and decide who has victory. Freya takes half of the slain and the other half go to Odin. This passage underscores Freya's crucial role in the cosmic order, commanding respect and admiration for her vital role in shaping the destinies of both warriors and battles. The dual nature of Freya's influence. Freya embodies a dual nature, both nurturing and martial, that defines her complexity in Norse mythology. While she is revered for her life-giving forces of love and fertility, she also presides over death and battle with honor and reverence. This duality makes Freya one of the most multifaceted and revered deities in Norse lore. Her connection to the Valkyries amplifies her role in the cycle of life and death. As the goddess who oversees the bravest of the fallen, Freya bridges the realms of the living and the dead, symbolizing the eternal cycle of creation and destruction. In the Poetic Edda's Hyndluljóð, Freya's prowess and authority are further highlighted. Freya, who rules over the races of elves or the dwelling places of the gods, and is known to ride to the battlefields with Valkyries and a mighty host. Freya's Valkyries in battle. Under Freya's leadership, the Valkyries are not only choosers of the slain, but also agents of fate on the battlefield. They inspire, protect, and determine the destiny of warriors, guiding them to their final resting place in the afterlife. In the Poetic Edda's Helgakvida Hundingsbana Wes, the Valkyries' influence in battle is vividly described. Then, from the heavens appeared the maidens helmed who fly the air, and over the earth they bore their shields, riding on steeds through the sky, the Valkyries shining with light. Freya, as Queen of the Valkyrs, symbolizes not only the end of mortal life, but also the beginning of a warrior's eternal journey. Her leadership and nurturing spirit provide guidance for both the living and the dead, embodying the eternal bond between life's vigor and the honor found in death. This portrayal of Freya as Queen of the Valkyrs highlights her enduring legacy as a pivotal figure in Norse mythology, embodying both the gentle and the formidable aspects of divine power. Chapter 10, Freya 3. Freya and Odur. Freya, the radiant goddess of love and beauty in Norse mythology, shares a poignant tale of love, longing, and reunion with Odur, the embodiment of the summer sun. Their story reflects the cyclical nature of seasons and the enduring power of love. Freya and Odur's blissful union. In the lush fields of Asgard, Freya and Odur's love blossomed, akin to the flowers thriving under the warm embrace of the sun. Freya's heart overflowed with joy whenever Odur was near. Their union blessed them with two daughters, Gnas and Gersimi, whose beauty was so extraordinary that precious things were named after them. One warm morning, Freya, her smile rivaling the sun itself, implored Odur to stay. "Stay with me, my love. Your presence lights my days and warms my heart." Though deeply devoted, Odur's restless spirit yearned for distant horizons. He gently caressed Freya's cheek. "Freya, my heart is yours, but the world beckons and I must heed its call." Freya, understanding yet sorrowful, replied, "I will await your return, my son. Come back to me when the world has had its fill of your light." With a kiss, Odr mounted his chariot and departed, leaving Freya to watch his golden form fade into the horizon. Freya's tears of gold. Weeks turned into months, yet Odr did not return. Freya's radiant smile dimmed, replaced by a heavy heart. She wandered the fields they once roamed together, tears streaming like molten gold. "Why do you weep, fair goddess?" asked a curious dwarf. "My beloved has left, and I fear he may never return," Freya lamented. Moved by her sorrow, the dwarf reassured her. "Do not despair, Freya. Your tears transform into gold and amber, gifts to the world. They may guide Odr back to you." Freya's grief turned her tears into pure gold in stones and shimmering amber in the sea. Her profound sorrow spread across lands where her golden tears awaited those who sought them. The quest for Odr. Determined to find Odr, Freya embarked on a journey across the 9 worlds. She traversed forests and scaled mountains, calling his name, known by many names in different lands. Mardul, the sea's brightness. Horn, the protective goddess. Geffen, the generous one. Seer, the sow. Skjalf, the brilliant, and Thrung, the thronged. One day, in a sunlit southern meadow under flowering myrtle trees, Freya saw a familiar figure. Odr stood there, bathed in a soft golden glow. "Odr!" Freya cried in relief and joy. Odr turned, his eyes alight. "Freya, my beloved, you found me." They embraced, vowing never to part again. "Never again will I let you go. My heart cannot bear to be without you." Hand in hand, they returned home. Flowers bloomed where they tread, birds sang jubilant songs. In Asgard, gods welcomed them with open arms. Freya's joy revitalized the realm, bringing warmth and life. Their daughters, Nos and Gersemi, ran to them. "Mother, you've returned with father. Our world is whole." Freya smiled, embracing them. "Yes, my loves, we are together, our family complete." Under myrtle trees, symbols of their enduring love, Freya and Odr renewed their vows. Inspired by Freya's tale, northern brides wove myrtle into bridal wreaths. A tradition persisted. Freya's connection to the fairies. Freya cherished all life, including fairies dancing in moonlit joy. She left dainty flowers and honey, watching as fairies flitted in evening's soft glow. They named their most beautiful creations after her. Freya's hair for loveliest plants, Freya's eye dew for morning's delicate mist. Odr, Freya's husband, symbolized summer sun and love's power. His return restored warmth and joy, reaffirming their bond. Chapter 4. Freya's Necklace. In the realms of Asgard and Vanaheim, Freya, revered for her beauty and love, possessed one of the most renowned treasures of Norse mythology, Brisingamen, a dazzling necklace of captivating allure. This is the tale of how Freya came to acquire this extraordinary adornment and the trials she faced to safeguard it. The discovery of Brisingamen. On a crisp autumn evening, Freya wandered through the ancient forests of Svartalfaheim, home to skilled and cunning dwarfs. As she ventured deeper, she encountered a faint, mesmerizing light emanating from a rocky cleft. Intrigued, she approached and discovered 4 dwarfs tirelessly crafting a magnificent necklace. Each link of Brisingamen was adorned with gemstones that glowed with an inner fire, reflecting a spectrum of colors. Enchanted by its beauty, Freya approached the dwarfs and declared her desire to possess it, offering any price they named. The bargain with the dwarfs. The dwarfs, Alfrig, Dvalin, Burling, and Grur, paused their work and proposed an unusual bargain. They requested a night in Freya's company, each dwarf in turn, as the price for Brisingamen. Despite the weight of their request, Freya agreed, driven by an irresistible need to own the necklace. For 4 consecutive nights, Freya stayed in Svartalfaheim, honoring her agreement with the dwarfs. They treated her with respect and hospitality, sharing tales of gods and realms. At the conclusion of her stay, the dwarfs presented Freya with Brisingamen, its splendor even more breathtaking than she had remembered. The necklace's power and consequences. Upon clasping Brisingamen around her neck, Freya felt a surge of power and grace, the necklace's magic enhancing her own divine attributes. Her return to Asgard with Brisingamen sparked admiration among the gods, though not all viewed it favorably. Loki, ever cunning and envious, approached Freya, suggesting that Odin might disapprove upon discovering the price she had paid for the necklace. Despite Loki's warnings, Freya sought Odin's counsel, who cautioned her about the envy Brisingamen might provoke. The theft of Brisingamen. One fateful night, Loki, assuming the form of a fly, stealthily entered Freya's chamber and stole Brisingamen. Upon awakening and discovering her loss, Freya immediately sought Odin's aid. Odin confirmed Loki's involvement and urged Freya to confront him. With Odin's guidance, Freya confronted Loki on a distant shore where he flaunted the stolen necklace. Despite Loki's taunts and demands for a bargain, Freya stood firm, refusing to negotiate. Loki, recognizing her resolve, returned Brisingamen to her. Freya's everlasting treasure. Reunited with Brisingamen, Freya returned to Asgard, her spirit undiminished. The necklace, more than a mere ornament, symbolized her strength, beauty, and willingness to face trials for what she cherished. As her legend spread, Brisingamen became a testament to Freya's courage and unwavering resolve. In Norse mythology and the hearts of the people, the tale of Freya and Brisingamen endures, a reminder of the goddess who embraced both joy and sacrifice, embodying the depths of love and the resilience of the human spirit. Chapter 10, Freya 5, Story of Ottar and Angantyr. In the ancient north, where fjords cut through rugged coasts and mountains stood sentinel, tales of gods and heroes intertwined with mortal lives. Among these tales, the saga of Ottar and Angantyr stands as a testament to the intertwining of mortal fate with the divine, with the illustrious Freya, goddess of love, beauty, and war, playing a pivotal role. The mortal's quest. Ottar, a young man of valor from humble origins, stood at his doorstep, gazing toward the distant mountains that cradled Asgard. A longing for belonging weighed heavily upon him, driving him to seek the favor of Freya. Through dense forests and across vast plains, Ottar journeyed, guided by whispers of his ancestors on the wind. Whispering fervently, Ottar prayed, "Freya, goddess of love and war, hear my call. Guide me to my ancestors and help me prove my lineage, for I seek to honor them and claim my rightful place among my people." The divine encounter. His quest led Ottar to a secluded grove where flowers bloomed and sunlight filtered through ancient trees. There stood Freya, her golden hair shimmering, her eyes deep as the ocean. Turning to Ottar, she smiled gently. "Ottar, son of the north, your journey has been long. What do you seek from me?" With reverence, Ottar knelt before her. "Great Freya, I seek to prove my ancestry and honor those who came before me. I ask for your guidance and blessing." Freya's gaze softened at Ottar's sincerity. "Your quest is noble. To prove your lineage, retrieve the drinking horn of Angantyr, a warrior of legend. Your ancestors will reveal themselves then." The challenge of Angantyr. Ottar set forth to find Angantyr on the island of Samso, where legend spoke of a guarded burial mound. The wind howled as Ottar approached, undeterred. Calling out, Ottar challenged, "Angantyr, mighty warrior, I seek your drinking horn. Show yourself and grant me the chance to prove my worth." The ground trembled, and Angantyr's spirit emerged, towering over Ottar. "Who disturbs my rest? What claim do you have to my horn, mortal?" Undaunted, Ottar replied, "I am Ottar, seeking to prove my lineage. Freya sent me. Grant me this chance, and I will honor your memory." Angantyr studied Ottar, then nodded. "Answer my riddle. What walks on 4 legs in the morning, 2 at noon, and 3 in the evening?" The riddle of the warrior. Ottar pondered deeply. "It is man, crawling as a baby, walking upright in prime, and using a cane in old age." Angantyr smiled approvingly. "Correct, Ottar. The horn is yours." Handing Ottar the horn adorned with ancient runes, Angantyr watched as Ottar returned to Freya. The revelation of ancestry. In the grove, Ottar presented the horn to Freya, who placed it by a great oak. "Drink from the horn, Ottar, and discover your lineage." As Ottar drank, visions flooded his mind, warriors, kings, sages, and seers. He felt their battles, wisdom, and love, forging a deep connection. Freya spoke gently, "You descend from noble souls, honor them with courage and wisdom." The return of the hero. With newfound knowledge, Ottar returned to his village, welcomed as a hero. Sharing his journey and Freya's guidance, Ottar earned respect and admiration, becoming a legend. In the grove, Freya watched proudly over Ottar, whose courage and determination inspired generations. Not 6. The husbands of Freya. Freya, the radiant goddess of love, beauty, and fertility, stands as one of the most complex and revered figures in Norse mythology. Her tales woven with rich narratives of various consorts and relationships that illuminate her multifaceted nature and profound influence in the realms of war and magic. Odur, the beloved. Foremost among Freya's husbands is Odur, also spelled Other, symbolizing the summer sun. Their love story unfolds amidst the golden fields of Asgard, where their bond flourished like flowers in the sun's warmth. Together, They bore 2 daughters, Hnoss and Gersemi, whose names became synonymous with treasures and beauty. Odur's wanderlust eventually led him to depart from Freya and their daughters, plunging her into deep sorrow. Desperate to reunite, Freya embarked on a relentless quest that spanned lands far and wide, shedding tears of gold that turned into amber upon touching the sea. Her perseverance eventually led her to Odur under a flowering myrtle tree, where their reunion brought spring to the Northlands, a testament to their enduring love. The Mortal Lover. In the lesser-known tale from Svipdagsmal, Freya is indirectly linked to Svipdag, a mortal hero on a quest to win the hand of Mengloth, often associated with or considered an aspect of Freya. Svipdag's journey, aided by his deceased mother's guidance from the grave, mirrors Freya's own magical and protective qualities. Upon reaching Mengloth, who awaited him surrounded by fire atop a mountain, Svipdag's arrival echoes the themes of longing and reunion present in Freya's search for Odur. The Giant's Desires. Freya's beauty made her a coveted figure among giants and supernatural beings. In the Thrimskvida, or Lay of Thrym, the giant Thrym demands Freya's hand in marriage in exchange for returning Thor's stolen hammer, Mjolnir. Freya adamantly refuses, demonstrating her fierce independence and strength, which prompts Thor to disguise himself as the bride and Loki as his handmaid, leading to a humorous and successful resolution. Freya and Loki's accusations. Freya's relationships and sexuality were often subjects of scrutiny among the gods, especially by Loki, who accused her of promiscuity in the Lokasenna. Despite Loki's taunts, Freya's righteous indignation remains unwavering, supported by the gods who understood Loki's words stemmed from malice rather than truth. Conclusion. Freya's tales with her various consorts paint a vivid portrait of a goddess whose complexity and allure remain timeless. Whether as the devoted wife of Odur, the figure pursued by Svipdag, the independent woman defying giants, or the target of Loki's accusations, Freya embodies the essence of love, beauty, and the indomitable spirit of the North in Norse mythology. Her relationships, both divine and mortal, serve as a testament to her enduring presence and influence in the Norse pantheon. Chapter 10. Freya. 7. Worship of Freya, goddess of love, fertility, and war. Freya, revered as one of the foremost goddesses in Norse mythology, holds dominion over love, fertility, beauty, and war. Her worship is a testament to her multifaceted roles in the lives of mortals, influencing matters of the heart, the fertility of the land, and the fortunes of warriors on the battlefield. Freya's role and attributes. Freya's prominence lies in her association with love, fertility, and beauty. Among the Norse pantheon, she stands out as a passionate and independent deity, renowned for her unmatched beauty. Her influence extends deeply into Norse society, where she shapes relationships and the natural cycles vital to agricultural prosperity. In addition to her role as a goddess of love and fertility, Freya is also celebrated as a deity of war. She leads the Valkyries into battle, inspiring bravery and valor among warriors. Her presence ensures the favor of victory sought by those who engage in combat under her watchful gaze. Symbols and iconography. Depicted with symbols representing love, beauty, and fertility, Freya is often adorned with flowers, jewelry, and accompanied by cats. These symbols emphasize her role as the bringer of desire and the embodiment of feminine grace. In Norse art, Freya is frequently depicted alongside her cats, symbolizing sensuality and fertility, and adorned with her prized necklace, Brisingamen, a testament to her beauty and power. Worship and rituals. The worship of Freya held a central place in Norse life, particularly among women and those seeking love, fertility, or victory in battle. Rituals dedicated to Freya were conducted with reverence and devotion. 1. Offerings and sacrifices. Devotees made offerings of flowers, jewelry, and other tokens symbolizing love and beauty to Freya. These acts were accompanied by prayers seeking her blessings in matters of the heart and on the battlefield. 2. Festivals and celebrations. Special festivals marked important agricultural and lunar events, serving as occasions for communal celebration in honor of Freya. These gatherings included offerings, songs, and storytelling, reinforcing her role as a benevolent deity. 3. Rituals for love and fertility. Individuals performed rituals and prayers to Freya, seeking her favor in matters of love and family. Personal offerings and heartfelt prayers were central to these rituals, expressing supplication for Freya's guidance and blessings. 4. Warrior rites. Warriors invoked Freya's protection and favor before battles, offering weapons and armor as tokens of their devotion. These rites aim to secure victory and glory on the battlefield under Freya's watchful eye. Legacy and integration into Christian tradition. As Christianity spread across the Norse lands, the worship of Freya underwent transformation, yet her legacy persisted in cultural practices and folk traditions. Elements of her symbolism, particularly those related to love and fertility, continued to influence Norse identity. Despite changes in religious practice, devotion to Freya endured as a cultural legacy. Her role as a symbol of love, beauty, and desire continued to resonate among Norse communities, reminding subsequent generations of the enduring power of these qualities in shaping human destinies. Freya remains a timeless figure in Norse mythology, revered for her beauty, strength, and influence over love, fertility, and war, embodying the essence of feminine power and grace in the ancient North.